Welcome to Haynes Motor Museum's brand new exhibition, British Icons, Driven by Innovation. This exhibition tells some of the untold stories of the people who designed, built and advanced some of the most iconic cars in British history. It covers over 40 years of British automotive history, focusing on 4 legendary marques: Mini, Aston Martin, Lotus and Jaguar. Now let's go behind the scenes and talk to our curator Luca to find out a bit more about how this exhibition came together.
So the exhibition's a bit of an evolution of the previous exhibition we had in here, which was called Great British Marques. So we've kept some of the same vehicles, looking at Lotus, Aston Martin and Jaguar, and then we've added in the Minis behind me as well. We've developed the exhibition concept a bit from that previous exhibition. We're looking at keeping the collection at the core, but adding in those social stories, adding in the stories of the people who drove those cars, who engineered those cars, designed them, and who sold them as well. And we really hope that those stories help to bring the exhibition to life. Also added in a lot of the STEM behind the cars, so science, technology, engineering and maths that went into the cars and made them really innovative. So first we start with a big idea when we look at an exhibition, and for this exhibition it was looking at post-war motoring in Britain. We then go away for a few weeks and I do lots of research on the cars. I carry out a significant assessment of each car and that could be included in the exhibition, and look at the themes behind them, find any interesting stories that we can tell our visitors, and from that we compile a big document where we look at each of the vehicles and how they can link to each other. It's then all about moving that research into something that's physical for our visitors, so whether we can communicate it through interactives, whether it's text interpretation, whether we add videos of the time or other audiovisual means. It's all about the best way to communicate it and make those stories really interesting and engaging. So we clear out the whole space and then we add in all the structures. So the interpretive structures that I've got behind me and the big curved fabric structures as well. Once those are all in place, we can move the cars into the space, which is always an exciting time to just double check that all the measurements do really work and they do actually fit. I think the most challenging aspect of creating this exhibition is that it was designed so that we can rotate the cars on and off display, so we can move them on and off display. This is because we've got more Lotuses, more Aston Martins, more Jaguars and more Minis that we can fit in this space, and we wanted to make it so that people can walk around the cars, so we had enough space in here. But in order to do so, it meant that we had to move some of the cars off display. So every few months or so we'll swap cars around and move different cars on display, so that means that visitors will be able to see different things each time they visit. But in terms of the exhibition development, we needed to make sure that the plinths weren't in the way, that there was enough space to do that, and that the stories that we tell don't depend on one single car in this space. So it was a really fun thing to work around and make sure that the exhibition has enduring enjoyment for our visitors. I think this exhibition should stand out because it's got a very different look to the rest of the museum, and it's something that we want to look at going forwards. But I think whilst we keep the collection at the core and the vehicles at the core, we've added in small objects, we've added in things like social stories that should hopefully engage a wide variety of our visitors, and we've also added in things like a Mary Quant cape, which is quite fun and just shows the links between fashion design and car design of the time. So there might be some things in here that you might not initially expect to be in a car exhibition.
It was great to hear from Luca a bit more about how this exhibition came together. Now you'll have to come along to the Haynes Motor Museum in Somerset to see it for yourself.